What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In today's video, we're hopping into Absolute Superman issue number 10. It is time to finally see our young Kal-El let loose, to see what his true power can be. But this comic, it doesn't start us on Earth. It starts us on Krypton. It takes us beneath the Redlands. This is years ago. We have Jor-El that is searching for survivors after the collapse. There was a huge cave-in and he's trying to find anybody that might be alive. But getting to the survivors, they see that there is more here than just a cave-in. The magmoles. Native creatures that are usually harmless. They have never attacked people, but all of a sudden, they're attacking. They are dragging miners away screaming. Jor-El comes to the conclusion that something must have disrupted their food chain. Something pushed them out of their natural habitat. And so now they're scared. They are scared and hungry, and their teeth are sharp enough to cut through sunstone. The people of Kryptonian countryside, they were used to having to fight for survival, whether it be the scorching red daybreak, the hard-baked soil, the gemstones spewing out diamond hailstones at hurricane speeds, the ruthless ruling power of the cities, or the sun-crazed beasts of the field. Every day was a battle in Kryptonian life. This is when Jor-El calls for the lava gun, having to get back to his son no matter what it takes. Kal-El comes from generations of Kryptonians who made their way through the harshest of worlds, with lava in their veins, dirt beneath their fingernails, and blood on their hands. Why would Kal question his ancestors? This is where we see the brutal assault begin. We're in Greenland. This is the Lazarus Core research facility. While they have an aerial perimeter, we see that these jets are falling out of the sky. They are bursting into flames, and nobody has a target, as we see some energy cannons just letting loose into the air as they launch a barrage of anti-aircraft. It's not doing squat. Now, inside the facility, this is where we see Jimmy. We see Lois Lane, with Jimmy Olsen recently captured. After Superman heard this, he didn't hesitate. He went in right into the fray of battle. He jumped right into the fire. This is where we have a conversation between Brainiac and Ra's al Ghul. And Brainiac's come to the conclusion that Kal-El is powered by the yellow dwarf star, that his absorption of solar energy, this is the source of his remarkable power. He chose this location to build this facility because in this place, the sun won't be here for another 37 days. The longer that Superman fights, the more exhausted he will use his solar reserves. But Ra's al Ghul doesn't really want Superman weakened. He wants Superman at full strength. That being weak and docile is for like little lapdogs like Brainiac here. For someone like Superman, he wants him at his fullest. As we pick up in the flames of the battle, we see that the soldiers, they're disappearing, but he's not killing them. All of their vitals are still quite active. He's just taking them miles away and dumping them off so that they can't be here at all. Ra's al Ghul finds this rather disappointing, and so he wants to encourage him. He tells him to begin phase 2. In that exact moment, we have the arrival of the Omega Men, as Primus leads the charge. They say the objective is to find Jimmy Olsen, to kill anybody that may get in their way. Now, as Jimmy is trying to tell Lois Lane, we can get out of here, we can go, that Primus can get us out of here, this is our chance. But Lois, she puts him in the dirt. She tells him to shut up. This is where we see Captain Smith. He has made his way to the battlefield, and Kal-El can hear him coming. He can hear the roar of the jetpack, his heart pounding in his chest. Peacemaker Smith is coming to kill Superman. A kryptonite bullet in his gun, more than sufficient to do the job. In Smallville, he almost succeeded. And Smith, he has killed before. He's been rewarded for it, incentivized to do it again. His enemies have been othered and dehumanized. He is the hero of his story, and he will keep on killing. He will do so unless somebody stops him. This is when, in the clouds, there is a thunderous boom. Peacemaker Smith, his armor may be advanced alien technology. It may be laced through his body, one that transformed Christopher Smith into the single most powerful human on the face of the planet. But Kal-El is not human. He is able to beat him senseless in about 4 seconds. And as we see Superman, he lords above him. Even he knows that this isn't gonna stop him. Not for good, not forever. With little more than a blink, Kal-El knows that he can microwave his brain with a puff of breath. He could shatter his vertebrae, or he could put his fist through his chest and hurl his heart deep into space. He tries to think of reasons not to do these things. All Kal-El can hear is his father's words. His father telling him about the events that transpired and how he had to kill the moles. They had been driven into mindless rage. He should have been more prepared, but he wasn't. And while Kal-El says that he did the right thing, his father says that he doesn't think so. That's what we like to tell ourselves because it makes our hard decisions, the tough ones, easier to live with. That they must never lose sight of what constitutes cruelty and inhumanity. And Kal-El, he has to ask the question, sometimes we still do have to do it though. If there's no other way, if it saves people's lives, then it's something that we would have to do. And Jor-El tells him that that's how it's been. That's how it was for my time. It's how it was for my father's time and my father before him. Sometimes we have to be the cruel ones. Sometimes we have to be the monster to keep all of this from going away. Now this is where Primus steps in. Primus comes in and tells Superman, if you're not going to kill him, then I will. Superman's still thinking to himself that his father was the wisest, most caring man that he had ever known. He cherishes every lesson that was ever taught to him. Every day that he's been gone, he wishes that he had more time. But his father is dead, just like his mother, along with every single person that he ever knew. His entire world gone. But Kal-El, he is no miner with a lava gun. Kal-El is the last beast in the mine, burning away Primus's sword. This is where Primus gets right into his face. She calls him a coward. She calls him soft. With Ra's al Ghul making his appearance, he tells her, how dare you spew that to him, woman? How dare you talk to the son of the demon with such disrespect? And Ra's al Ghul says, he's not actually my son, but he will be. This is where Christopher Smith, he gets kinda livid. He gets kinda pissed himself. It's I was supposed to be your chosen one. I gave you everything. And Ra's al Ghul tells him that you sure did. The only problem is that you're a lamb dressed in wolf's clothing. A wolf wouldn't be lying here quivering and broken. He takes that gun with the kryptonite bullet. He points it right at Peacemaker Smith's head, and he pulls the trigger. This is where we see Kal-El. He tries to stop the bullet, but it goes right through. It hits Smith right in the forehead. And Ra's al Ghul tells him to look at me, that I know what you're feeling. I know the anger you have at the state of the world, how it's been treated so poorly, that your anger is righteous. And this is my gift to you, that we'll use your anger to save this planet, to remake the world. With the kryptonite dagger driven into his back, we see that Primus, she is nobody's friend, kicking Lois Lane in the face, daggers being thrown into the faces of all the Omega Men. In one fail swoop, Superman is taken down, Lois Lane is taken down, Peacemaker Smith taken down, and the entirety of the Resistance, all of the Omega Men, they're dead. And standing triumphant, standing over all of them, is Ra's al Ghul and his daughter, Talia al Ghul, aka Primus of the Omega Men. And that is where this issue will end. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Absolutely beautifully done. Now, I know I'm probably one of the last ones to cover this. Everybody, immediately jumped on Absolute Superman. It's the first thing that everybody covers. So I know I'm last to getting to it, but I honestly don't care because this comic is so good, it needs to be out there by as many people that can cover this comic as they can. Absolute Universe has been phenomenal. Absolute Superman has been astronomical. We're seeing that Superman isn't necessarily opposed to killing. Now, Jor-El more or less told him, it's okay to do it when you have to do it, if you have to do it. If you are doing this to save everything, to protect everyone, then definitely do what you have to do. But Jor-El never anticipated his son having the power of a god either. And so when asked the question, if I kill Peacemaker Smith, is that going to be preserving the world? Is one man, one death, truly going to do that? I have the capability. I have the ability. I could fry his brain. I could squish him. I could blink him out of existence. Not literally, but figuratively by, like, just running through him. Like, there are 1,000,001 ways that Superman could take him out. And while Peacemaker Smith will probably kill again, he definitely needs to be locked away, needs to be put away forever. But does he deserve death? Is Superman the one to be the judge, jury, and executioner? These are the morality questions that he has to ask himself, the ethical questions that Superman has to ask himself. Because in a world like Krypton, if he had grown up there, you may have been able to excuse killing somebody like this. But when you're granted the power of a god, when you have the capability to literally change the world, topple governments, you have to question how much power do you assert? How much power before you become a tyrant? How much power before people turn on you? And so Superman is trying to find that balance, and he's trying to understand his place in the grand scheme of things, of how his role is going to be, who Superman is going to be, and what he represents to this world. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your theories. If you want to get caught up on everything that is going on with this series, go ahead, check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It's going to get you caught up on everything that is currently going on with the Absolute Universe. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having a bunch of different perks starting as low as $1 hugely helps out the channel. Now, if you can't do that, if you don't want to do that, please do me the favor, subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.